I just quit my job to start a detailing business from scratch. And I'm gonna take you to the whole process of building this business, from figuring out pricing, to ordering all the necessary products, to getting our first clients. I want to show you the reality of building a business from the ground up, and the goal is to scale this to 10K per month combined with the flipping cars that I also do, which you can also see in the previous video. First step is the prep work. Just started the business, so let's get some things done from the couch as a true professional. I started out with asking ChatGPT to make a logo for me, and this is what it made me. Looks like absolute garbage, and we cannot use this because this is a luxury service and we cannot present like this. Since ChatGPT didn't help us out, I made my own logo using Google Images and Canva. So it's simple, but that's what I wanted. Voila. So I will be using this logo for social media, and then also to put on t-shirts. And it's just a car. I searched on the internet car silhouette and then car detailing Brenne. So that will be the name of the organization, car detailing Brenne. So my last name. Simple but effective. Let's go. With the logo created, I converted my own personal account to the business account. I made a Facebook and also a Google business using the logo. I then proceeded to order everything I needed, so products and microfiber towels, and this was honestly the most time-consuming part because in my previous setup I had a very basic tools, basic chemicals, and now I have to do all this research and compare all these products to each other so I can get the perfect mix of products, chemicals to start out. Since I got this little work done already, I just want to talk to you about why I would want to start a detailing business in the first place. I have a little bit of experience with this. I have already some materials to do detailing. I detailed my own cars multiple times. I like detailing cars. But the most important thing is there are a lot of detailers out there already on social media. You can see them driving around with their van. But the market for detailing is growing exponentially. And if you think logically, there's so many expensive cars on the road which drive daily. You're driving daily with your car. So I would suppose that you want to drive comfortably with the car. So I do believe there's a very high demand for this. But I would be lying if I wasn't stressing a little bit to know if we really can make a living off of this. Maybe at the end of the video we're gonna laugh with this, or I'm gonna be relieved. We will find out. The first box has arrived. Cleaning mitts and microfiber towels. I already had some, but I will add to the list. I have 2 washing mitts. I'll put them in this freshly cleaned box because of course it's a mobile detailing business, so I will be taking these boxes with me in the car so it doesn't get dirty and it's well organized. So we have 2 washing mitts, a drying towel, we have 2 tire applicators, window cleaning like waffle towel. There are also microfiber towels, but these are very hard, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna use these ones. Drying towel, wheel cleaning, pump, bottles. So this is for iron remover. I ordered one for sealant, protectant for the paint, and then one more, I don't know why, but I'm sure we'll figure it out. A wheel brush, also for the wheels, so this is a softer brush. Really get into the wheels, so that's all the wheel brushes. Voila, the second package. Ultra soft microfiber towel to dry out the car. Brake buster, so wheel cleaner. Iron buster, so iron remover for the wheels as well. Interior cleaner, so 5 liters, everything is 5 liters. And then this should be a bead maker. It's kind of the protectant, the first protectant I'm gonna try out. Carpet bomber to clean the carpets. Bug off, so for the insects. And just 2 bottles. Glass cleaner, they didn't have this in 5 liters. Ammonia free, that's the second package. In this other package I also received this pearl spray foam. To get our first clients, I decided to make flyers and drop them in the mailboxes of the people. So I made 2 already. I made this one, my phone number, and then a complete car transformation, exterior and interior. And this is something I learned on Instagram, a very reliable information source. You have to sell not just the car wash, you have to sell like the transformation of the car. So I decided to put complete car transformation, and then I lowered the price down to 85 because that's kind of where I feel comfortable now charging. So I put deep cleaning valued at 150 euros now for 85 euros at your home. So the reason I do it with 85, at the end of the day, I'm just starting out. This is no professional setup, and I don't feel comfortable charging 150 euros now because also I don't have that much experience. And then in the back I put like an explanation why this is important. So I made this one. I also made a second one with the same information but a little bit more simple, and I think I'm gonna roll with this one. Now let's work on the setup for the car. Let's build a functioning water tank. I made this little contraption. I painted this as this was kind of rusty. It looks a little bit cleaner. You fill it right here. You put the hose on at home. I fill the tank. I put it in the car. At the customer's place, you just tap your water out of here. So we'll give it a test now if this actually works. And then it should start streaming out. Voila, there it is. Seems to like put so much pressure on this, and I'm not sure why. This is like this might explode if you put 190 liters inside. I'll close it up for now. So you see, that's the problem, creating so much pressure inside. Next to it creating too much pressure, it also didn't flow the water all the way to the pressure washer, so we have to make some adjustments. I had 2 extra jerry cans laying at home that I cleaned out so I can get more water with me. And then also on Facebook Marketplace I found this steam cleaner from Karcher, so I bought that. This is the setup for the water crate. So I have the tap here, then to fill it here, and then off camera I put this extra tap on so I can let the pressure out of the crate. And this is to let the air out, and then I put it just on the piece of wood with the straps so it doesn't roll around in the car when I'm taking turns. So this should be pretty sturdy. All the rest right there. The sprays, the hoses, the water pump. Also I bought this water pump on second hand, which makes sure that the water from the crate gets pumped to my pressure washer with a long hose. I didn't think about this at first, but we figured it out, we got it fixed. So the water pump for that I bought for this, I have 2 jerry cans to fill with water extra. For the electricity, I have my drill, I have all the chemicals right there, so we'll fill it up, and then tomorrow we'll do the first client. You heard that correct, tomorrow is our first client, so I'll prepare my car, and this is someone I know, a friend of mine, and I just promised to clean his car one time so I can test my setup out. So you can see I'm putting the setup in this Ford Fiesta, so it's actually the car of my girlfriend, but we have to do for now, it's a little bit creative. We have to do it like this, but everything fitted in nicely, and it looks quite neat actually. I have the tank, the water pump, the hoses and the chemicals and the towels in the back, and then in the front I have my vacuum, steam cleaner and the pressure washer. This was my first proud moment because it was so fun to see this whole setup I was dreaming of owning a business for so long, and now it's becoming a reality a little bit more. It's filling up. And this is why I put this air tap, because if you close it, it's getting very hot, and then if you open it again, you can see it like, or you can hear the air coming out. You see, so it wouldn't be good if it didn't have that. You just have to watch out that it doesn't overfill. Second step is the actual work. Most important step, and also the step that I'm worried about the most. Let's go to our first client. With the car fully packed and all the weight of the water tank on my rear suspension, we headed over to my friend's house, which was half an hour drive, and the car did perfect. I was actually happy that the first car I cleaned was of someone that I knew, because I had to test this entire setup out. For example, this spray bottle didn't foam like I wanted it to foam, so I had the time to figure everything out. But to my surprise, the whole setup kept up and did what it should do. We spent about 4 hours on this car, and eventually for the end result my phone battery was empty, so I didn't even get the final shots, but anyway, that's a lesson learned. With the job finished, we made €0, but we did get a free meal. Thank you for that, and some experience, which is worth more for me now. But to make this business run, we have to get some real clients. I'm about to start handing out these flyers, so I'm just gonna put them in the mailbox around my area. Head out into the trenches. I have a whole pack right here, so I have 1,000 flyers, and we're gonna start handing them out. Let's see what this brings. With most of the flyers already delivered, I can wash another car. So this is the car of my mom, and I washed it already multiple times, so it was not that dirty, and I'm already familiar with it. So we can have some more experience with my whole setup, and this actually went very well, and I was so pleased with the results. So we did a clay and protect, and the video that you see now is a reel that I posted on my Instagram, where I want to put a lot of energy in marketing like this and finding new clients like this. Oh, and I was so excited when I was doing this clean on the streets. There was actually a person that talked to me about this and wanted to have the same service on his car, and I gave him a flyer. And if you think about it, it's actually a very good way to get attention, just to work on the streets, and the people can see your results and they want the same for their car. First invoice, show me. And a happy customer. The next day we got this fan that needed cleaning in and out, and this was from a local business where I always go to eat my ice cream, and I just left a flyer and they messaged me back a few days later to clean the car. Just by simply leaving a flyer and talking about my business, they wanted to book multiple cars, so just dare to talk to the people about what you do and you will be surprised how much business comes your way. It was the first time cleaning a van, so it took way longer than expected and I couldn't finish it in time, so I was a little bit annoyed leaving the unfinished work, but we came back a few days later to finish it up and the customer was happy. Following that, the next day we got another client, so I always start by tidying up my car, filling up the water tank and filling all my chemicals, and I made this video for Instagram. Like I said, especially in the beginning, I want to focus a lot on the social media aspect, so making videos as much as I can, like I did in this one. This client was also someone that I know, so again, dare to talk about your business. We paid 85, but I was starting to see how 85 is a little bit too low for this service. Since I spent at least 5 hours cleaning this car, we did get a beautiful video though. To my surprise, a few days back I actually got a call from someone who saw the flyer and wanted to clean his car. And when I got to the spot, he had another car ready to also be cleaned, so I had 2 in one day, the first time doing 2 cars, and I spent the whole day doing this. I was finished at like 9 o'clock, but the results were very nice. The cars had dog hair in them, but anyway, I was happy with the results. And also this cat came to say hello. Working the whole day like this, a little bit labor intensive for 2 times 85 euros is a really humbling thing, and you start to realize quickly that 85 is actually too low for this. I also ordered some better products, so a new foam cannon, some chemicals, glass cleaner and a better, softer wheel brush. and then also a wheel foam gun. After talking with my neighbor, he also wanted a deep clean, and I guess this is already the most expensive car that I did. Then we're going back to my favorite ice cream shop, because this was the brother of the lady where I gave my flyer to from the local business. So he also wanted to clean his car, and I made Instagram reel for it. And not only this car, but also she had a old-timer Volvo, which I also could clean. So that's already 3 cars for one flyer that I gave to them. Do you guys remember that one guy that talked to me while I was washing my mom's car on the street? Yep, he called me back and I could finish the job at his home as well. And that's another 85 euros. But then we got a little breakthrough. We got our first higher paying client today. So it's a very hot day. It's the hottest it has been in a while, and also the hottest moment of the day. It's about 30 degrees outside, but we'll make it work. So I have a deal with him. It's someone who wants to make a website for me, and yesterday I was at his house and we made a deal to clean his car. So I'll do it for 140 euros. So we have a deal. So if I can clean his car without him having any like things to point out, things that are not okay or not cleaned, then he will pay 140. If he does have things, he's like, this you did not do properly, or this or that or whatever, and he will pay the 85. Okay, so we're gonna have to work under pressure, but I'll put some extra effort in. And also it's a very nice car, but I do have to say it was very dirty. But I'll take you all along. I'll make a little edit also for the social media. We will see, okay? At least we will do our best. Let's leave now so we are on time and ready to get this started. When I arrived, he told me that I only have 4 hours to clean this car, and this car needed a lot of work. So we had to work kind of rapidly, which I don't really like. The paint had to be clay bar because there was all kind of stuff really onto the paint, so that took a lot longer. Plus I was working in direct sunlight at 30 degrees, and this really was no like nice job to do, and it was not my day this day also. But eventually we did get nice results. The only thing is, like on these black rims, there's always this brown like caked on dirt that I really cannot get off, and that's something that I still have to learn. Anyway, he paid 140 euros and was happy with the results. Just a lesson learned today, that I really have to take my time for these jobs, and I have to be clear to the clients that it will take sometimes longer than expected, so I can really work into detail, which is of course important if you're doing detailing. When we got on the way, this happened. My product started squirting out of nowhere. Nice. We're back at the ice cream farm for another car for the same flyer that I dropped a few weeks back, so that's very good news. But with these extremely dirty cars, it's really obvious that 85 is way too low for this. Anyway, we keep going. Another successful client, which is like the 13th client this month, I think. So honestly, I'm happy with the work that I've had. I'm happy with the work that I've done, also with the results that I had. And now it's the next days. I don't have any more clients booked. And while driving, I also noticed that I forgot this brush on my car. Nice one. That one flyer really paid off, because we have another car that has to be cleaned from the sister of the owner of the ice cream shop. So it really did pay off. To wrap up this first month of the business, I wanted to end it with a banger, so we started this hot day on this classic car in and out detail. But just stick around to see what happened after this car. This is intense. We're cleaning this classic right here. And obviously with this one I'm very careful with the leather. So here it's all dirty. That side is already cleaned. I'm not using the steamer on that leather, so I'm being very very careful with this and taking my time. We got very nice results on this car, really enjoyable to work on this, and also the interior was looking sharp again. And I actually was surprised that this soft top is electric. How cool is that? Just when I was starting out this job, there was a guy to work here, and apparently he has a Ram truck, and he was telling me like, oh, come clean it later today. And I was like, it's very hot today, like the water will be empty, my towels will be wet, and he kept insisting like, yeah, you have to come, and I said, okay, fuck it, let's do it. So now we just did this job, and I told him, okay, look, so for the first time for a Ram truck it's 135 euros. He's like, okay, that's no problem, you can come over. So right now I will first search something to eat, and we will head over to his house. It's like 5 minutes from here. We're making progress. Nice. With the food in my belly, we could head over to the guy's house, and it was so hot out here. You could literally bake an egg on this paint, so it was not enjoyable to do this, and it took so long, but eventually we did finish it and the client was happy. So we're still alive. I had to work in direct sunlight, which is definitely not ideal, and for the people that have never detailed a car, that it's like physically it's exhausting. It is exhausting, and especially if you do two cars after each other, back to back, and it's like today was like one of those days where you really don't see an end to the day, but we got it fixed. It's all the clients were happy as well, and I'm thinking, and the guy, the first client of the day, he also has some vans, and he wanted to like take some kind of subscription to get the vans cleaned monthly. So that's also something we can think about, how we're gonna price that, and how you can arrange all that, but that's things not for now. I just want to go home now, take a shower, and drink some cold water. Tomorrow will be another day, and then we can start over again with a fresh mind. Let's go. Oh, and I do want to say, for the people that like want to start a journey in entrepreneurship, want to try to start a business, let this be your sign that you should just go for it. I've been thinking of starting a business when I was like 10 years old already. I knew I wanted to start a business, but now I'm 24 and I just started it now, and it's because I was always kind of scared to like take the leap of making everything official and getting out there with this a setup like this, but let this be the proof, like people really don't care, and you will get clients, because it's like now we're 3 weeks in, and almost every day we had to clean cars, almost every day. And okay, it's not full price, but we do have our work, and I'm really grateful of how everything is going, and I really cannot complain, and I can confidently, for now, I can confidently say that this is one of the best decisions I have ever made in my entire life, so I'm happy. A little recap of this last month, so I'm actually so happy with the results. We got work almost every day, just the last week was a little bit more slow. I learned a lot, and I also see that there's so much more to learn, and I actually enjoy doing this work, although it's a little bit labor intensive, but I see a lot of opportunities here, and there's definitely more to come. I'll just need to figure out pricing. We're also working on a website, so like I said, more to come, to be continued. Since the first month was such a success. I was very pleased with how much customers actually wanted their car cleaned. I made the commitment. I wasn't planning on doing this, but I made the commitment on buying this little van in a little bit sorry state. Come. So I wanted to buy a caddy like this, but they are really expensive. But I managed to buy this one for 2,750. So all the money we made is in this van right now. So if you could smell this, stinks a lot, and it has some dings and a little bit of damage. And then in the back, needs a little bit of a cleaning. So now my girlfriend can have her car back. Happy? Mm-hmm. Expect a whole build on this car. I will, or the plan at least is to fully spec it out, so it's very noticeable on the streets with like advertising on the side. But first, a good setup to efficiently clean the cars. So I guess this is the start of a whole new chapter. At least I'm happy. I'm happy with the purchase. It doesn't even start right now, but I guess we'll figure it out. And with that being said, I will see you on another video, another build. That's it.